and welcome. This is Brush Radio broadcasting from the city of Lagos. Investors Education Series is our way of reaching the investors, helping them to take decisions in areas of financial prosperity. And it has been our lot at Brush Radio to do it every now and then, giving you what you ought to know in the marketplace. Today we shall be talking something that looks odd, but it is necessary we do it. The topic is how to be poor and remain poor. How to be poor and remain poor. You know, all along we have been thinking that everybody wants to be rich. We have believed that the moment we tell you how to be rich, you will go that way and do it and become rich. But on a second thought, we said, is it possible that there is somebody out there who wouldn't want to be rich, either by his action or by his word or by his behavior? Particularly by his behavior. He may have wished that he wants to be rich, but his behavior is not supporting that wish. He behaves in opposite direction with every rich person. He doesn't want to behave like them. He wants to behave his own self. And he doesn't care what you tell him. Such people, even though they may have wished to be rich, are not helping the matter. Therefore, we will help them in the direction they want to go. So what are the issues? Are there people who do not want to be rich, may not have been pronounced by them, but their behavior is same. They are behaving in opposite direction. Now, let's look at what they need to do to remain poor and to be poor. Number one, if you want to be poor, sit on the television screen, watch it 24 hours, move from one channel to the other, watch it 24 hours, get up if there's food you eat, and you lie down. The book of Proverbs says, if you want to be poor, go to sleep, wake up from sleep, turn the other way, and continue. You will soon catch poverty on the bed. The extension of it in today's society is, take your phone, preferably an Android phone, live on the phone, move from one gossip session to the other, join groups, continue, burn your data without making any money. You will surely be poor. Number two is, be risk aversive. If you are risk aversive, you can't make money. If you are afraid of risk, you can't make money. Now, understand me. I'm not saying you will see risk and jump inside it and say I'm not risk aversive. No. We all are involved in one risk or the other. Life itself is a risk. But we will calculate our risks. The risks are calculated in such a way that even if you fail, somebody who follows you will say, but he tried. He tried. What met him was bigger than him. Now let me give you a thought line. If you are involved in business of LPO financing or supplies, somebody gives you an LPO with a margin of 20%, 15%. It may not be bad to take. Reason is that it is within the allowable margin. 15 may be less because the inflation rate is higher. 20% and above 25% is good. But when you see a margin of 100%, you are no longer taking a risk. You are swimming in risk. Reason is, with 100% promised return on investment, nobody can sustain that. There is a margin allowed and allowable margin. When it is more than that margin, flee. What did I say? Flee. I know the difference between run and flee. Flee means if you have leg and you have wings, combine them together and take off. It can never be paid. One smart guy is playing on you at the other end. 100% return on investment in 30 days, even in 100 days, even in 1 year, is unthinkable. There is no such investment under LPO financing. You may find it in manufacturing, it is there. It's also possible to find it in agriculture and agricultural processing, including backward integration is there. So when you see such a thing, what did I say? Flee. So if you are risk aversive, you have your little money, you will not even put it in the bank to earn little interest, and you are putting it, holding it together. Erosion of value caused by inflation will finish that your money. Your situation will be worse than it was the day before yesterday. Number 3 is remain in your comfort zone. Oh, there are people who will not want to move away from their comfort zone. They are in their comfort zone. You will not be rich. So if you want to be poor, remain in your comfort zone. What does it mean to be in your comfort zone? Amongst the workers, there are high flyers. In those days when jobs were easy, I know of a person who changed job every year. Let's even take the one that you may be interested. What about a footballer who is in hot demand and he decides that he wants to stay in the city of Paris because he wouldn't like to go to another city, and he remains in the place while he is in demand? He is in his comfort zone. And I've had a footballer discuss it. My family didn't want me to leave the city. Okay, I will leave my family in the city, let them enjoy themselves. I can come every weekend and see them, but let me go and make that money first. So you are risk aversive. You don't want to take a risk. You don't want to test water on the other side. Now remain in your comfort zone. If you remain in your comfort zone, you will not be rich. The other thing is that you need to keep friends who are not ambitious if you want to be poor. I just shared a testimony of my peer group influence. If you meet a group of friends who do not want to be rich, you first of all discover that they are not ambitious. You are discussing how to move forward. They are more comfortable with what they are doing and they remain there. Meanwhile, what they are doing is not making ends meet. Such group will make you poor and make you remain poor. Do not improve on any hobby. That's another thing you need to do to be poor. Do not improve on any hobby. Do not get into any hobby. Because most of the time we discover that it is actually your hobby that you monetize and money comes. That's why people endure more along that line. You know, if you meet any counselor, counselors will tell you what is that thing that you can do even if you are not paid and you are still happy doing it. That's where you can make your money. So people who do not have hobby or create one or what they love, I'm afraid you may not be able to get something that you can do and want to live and die on it. The other thing is wait for miracle. Oh yes, I want to say that again. Wait for miracle. That's how to be poor. You have prayed, you have fasted, you are waiting for the miracle of big money to land from the sky on you. And you say, is anybody doing that? I say, yes, people are doing it. Particularly the church folks of today. They will pray, they will fast, but they will not take any move towards the direction of what they are asking for. They expect miracle to land from the sky. Oh, your container is coming on the high sea. Say amen and claim it. Amen and claim it. Amen. We hear it every day. That's common in the church. Why did you import something that your container is on the high sea? You didn't import something and you are expecting container on the high sea. That's foolhardy. So if you want to be poor, continue on that. I have also seen another version of it where people carry projects that are too gigantic to be real. I have a friend who will dream of gigantic projects. Begin small. You don't even have the money to go gigantic. There's nothing wrong about big dreams. It's wonderful to have big dreams, particularly if they are achievable dreams. But this young man will dream and share mighty dreams with you. As he tries them, he won't succeed and he remains where he is. So expect a miracle, remain expecting a miracle, do not make any move, poverty will surely meet you there. Again, don't get life passions. Passions and the hobbies are related. I want to join them together. That if you have a passion for a thing, let's say you like to teach and you derive your pleasure in your ability to deliver points in teaching, pursue that line, you will live by it. And I have seen so much going around that area. Here in Lagos, where I live with my children, there are certain courses that can't keep a particular teacher in that area. Courses like French. One French teacher could be teaching in 3 secondary schools. And you know, when he aggregates what he gets from the 3, it's bigger than what you pay him sitting at a place. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. So such them that you derive pleasure in doing, please do them. That is where your salvation will come from in terms of breakthroughs and financial breakthroughs. The last of them in that category is blame everybody but yourself for your condition. Then you will be poor. Everybody is wrong. Nobody wants to help you. They don't want to help you. That's your blame. And everything that happens, you didn't see any why. You should tell to yourself, man, I didn't do well in this matter. Poverty will knock on your door. So one of the ways to be poor is to never take a blame, because it's like when you take a blame, you want to take a correction. And you take a correction, you learn from what you have done before, and you are moving forward. But that person who would blame everybody but himself for his situation will never make it. Therefore, these are the things, and I think there are more, but these are the ones prominent that we can tell every other person. We have taken time in this studio to tell us how to get wealth. That's actually the topic and the theme of a particular thing we do every Sunday, Power to Get Wealth. But on a second thought, I said, is it possible that there are people who don't want to, so that we don't assume that everybody wants to get rich? And of course, it is true. You may not have said it to yourself, I want to be poor. Nobody wants to be poor. But do you know your actions, your inactions could lead to poverty? And you didn't know when you condemned yourself to poverty. Do these 8 items, and for sure, poverty will be knocking on your door. But I wish you don't choose that way. Once more, thank you for listening. Thank you. Same station. Next time you will hear from us.